Hello everyone, I am Joy Chandu. I am the teachers trainer of Siliguri Torai B.Ed College and Siliguri Primary Teachers Training College. Today I am going to discuss about the topic which is very much related to the part of B.Ed 4th semester course Knowledge and Curriculum Part 2 8B. And today I am going to discuss about the topic which is how to draft the school timetable successfully. And I think that in our previous classes we have already covered how to prepare the timetable, how the definition of the timetable, the characteristics of the timetable, the process of constructing of the timetable, etc. But today I am going to depict you how to draft, how to make a blueprint of a timetable, of a school timetable successfully. And whenever we are going to discuss about the school timetable, about the drafting of the school timetable, at first we must have to think that the drafting of the school timetable is a very difficult task, and in this connection the principal along with all teachers will try to draft the school timetable successfully. And whenever we are just planning to make a school timetable successfully, at that moment we must have to follow some steps. The first and foremost step is that the estimation of the total time. The estimation of the total time means how to estimate, how to divide the total schooling time from the beginning to the end of the schooling successfully. And after that, the determination of the length of the period, that is we must have to divide the time according to the periods, according to the subjects. And next point is the distribution of the time with respect to the difficulty, and that's a very very important point, that is distribution of the allotment of the time according to the difficulty level of the subjects. In this connection I am just telling you that is math is a very tough subject, language is a very tough subject. We must have to give special stress on this kind of subjects. English is a very hard subject, we must have to give a special stress on that particular subjects. After that, the distribution of the teacher. Whenever we are just drafting a timetable, we must have to think about the allotment of the teachers, that one teacher will be allotted one class for one period. And if we make the timetable and if we allot one teacher simultaneously two classes for two standards, then it might make a chaos. After that, drafting. Whenever we are just keeping in mind the above mentioned points, then we have to draft the timetable successfully. And after that, applications. After drafting the timetable, we must apply it for the school level, for the schooling sessions. And after the applications, we must have to observe how the school is going, how is there any chaotic situation created or not. And in this connection I am just going to discuss, and I am just giving you trying to depict you the blueprint of the timetable of class 10. Just observe it. I have chosen the blueprint, the blueprint of the class 10, the blueprint of the class 10 because I think that the most of the subjects are included in the class 10 standard. This is for why it is very much feasible for you, for all the students, if I going to make a draft for class 10 standard timetable. Just observe it. Blueprint of timetable of class 10. At first we must have to divide the periods. First period, second period, third period, fourth period, then the interval, then fifth period, sixth period and seventh period. First period will continue from 11 am to 11:40 am. Second period will continue from 11:40 am to 12:20 pm. Third period will continue from 12:20 pm to 1 pm. Fourth period will continue from 1 pm to 1:40 pm. Then the interval, that is 1:40 pm to 2:20 pm. After that, fifth period will continue from 2:20 pm to 3 pm. The sixth period will continue from 3 pm to 3:30 p.m. The 7th period will continue from 3:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. And in this connection, you just observe the last two periods, 6th period and 7th periods, are allotted only the 30 minutes time. This is for why we may put the least difficult subjects in there, in the two subjects, in the two periods. After that, we must have to divide the days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. And Monday, the school will start, the class will begin with English. After that, math. After that, Bengali. After that, geography. Then the lunch or interval. Then the life science. Then the English 2. English 2 means the vocabularies of the English, the grammatical portion of the English, the communicative approach of the English, etc. Then the physical educations. And in this connection, I am telling you also one thing, that the physical education, the work education, these subjects we have to arrange at the last of the schooling, because these are the co-curricular activities. Next, on the Tuesday, Bengali, maths, physical science, English interval, geography, Bengali 2. Bengali 2 means the grammatical portion of the Bengali, the communicative approach of the Bengali, and the vocabularies of the Bengali. Then the work educations. Next, Wednesday, English, maths, Bengali, history, interval, physical science. Then the project based activities. It will continue with 2 periods along with 1 hour. Then the Thursday, Bengali, maths, English, geography, interval, life science, geometry, mathematics. Geometry must have to arrange 1 geometry class weekly for the students. Then the project based activity of the geography project. Friday, English, maths, Bengali, physical science interval. Then the English 2. And after that, project based activities. Saturday, Bengali, math, English, history, end. And according to the structure, according to the subject, we must have to draft a school timetable at the beginning of the session. Thank you.